Hi, good day to all. Myself, Ms. Arpita, Faculty of Bhat and Bhat Tutorials. I will be handling Navodaya, Sainik as well as RMS classes. Well, my dear kids, in the last session, we have discussed the first chapter for your syllabus, that is odd man out. We have learned what is meant by odd man out, how the question will be arising in odd man out, and what are the methods to be solving while solving the question answers. And we have learned the 7 types, okay, on what basis the question will be arising. I hope no doubts in that. If you have any doubts, you can clear your doubts. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can clear your doubts without hesitation. You can ask your doubts. Well, in this today's session, we'll solve the question answers based on the first chapter, that is odd man out. In the previous session, we have learned some methods and on some conversion, what based on what. Now let us apply the same logic and solve the question answers based on the first chapter, that is odd man out. Today's session, mental ability, and then the first chapter, odd man out QA session, that is question answer session. We'll move on to today's session. Okay, see how the question appear for odd man out exam. Okay, how the question will be arising for the exam in odd man out. Okay, let us see now. See, not only for this Navodaya, all the three competitive exam, that is Sainik, RMS and Navodaya. Before solving the any question and answers, please go through the direction once, then start solving. Okay, go through the direction one and start solving. Now, how the question will be arising for Navodaya? Let us see the direction. In the following questions, there are 4 figures. Okay, in the following question, there will be given the 4 figures. 3 of them have common relationship or characters. Okay, they will give the 4 figures, and as the 3 will be having the same characters or features and belongs to the one class, and one will be the different. So what you have to do, you have to take out one which does not belongs to the group. See, in the following questions, there are 4 figures. 3 of them have common relationship or are characters and belongs to one class. Select the figure which is different and does not have any relationship with others group in the group. As I said, they will give the 4 figures. In the 3 will be sharing the common features or characters, and 1 will be not sharing. So what you have to do, you have to take out one, the one which is not sharing. That means one which does not belongs to the group. Okay, this is how the question, you have to solve the question answers based on the first chapter, that is odd man out. Okay, let us solve the question answers. Odd man out QA session. So this is your first question. Look at the option 1, they have given with a 4 option. As I said, see, option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, they have given with a 4 option. Now what you have to do, go through each and every option first, start reasoning, and then tick the correct answer. My dear kids, ticking answer is very easy. Whatever you want, you can tick the answer, but reasoning is important. Getting into your dream school is not so easy. So what you have to do, you have to keep on practicing. Practice makes man perfect, as a quote says. You all know that, right? See, we can tick very easily whatever we want, but we have to start reasoning when solving at the home or tutorials. Okay, now itself you start with the reasoning. In the exam, within a fraction of second we can answer. So now we are solving. Let us solve detail. Okay, now we'll compare with each and every option, then tick the answer. Okay, we'll compare now. See, first figure, it is some part related to bird. It is some eyes of the neck, eyes of the bird, and then some beak. And come to the option 2, it is some neck of the bird, and then face, and then beak. And then here also it has eyes of the bird and then beak. The fourth one is different, it is snake. Now what is the correct option? In first 3 figures, okay, option 1, option 2, option 3 indicate the part related to birds. Can you see here? See, these are the parts which related to bird. But fourth one is related to animal, that is snake. Okay, The fourth one is different. It belongs to a snake. So what is the correct option? Option 4. It is the correct answer. This is how you have to analyze the question and then start reasoning, then tick the answer. I'll repeat now. Observe the figure. There are four figures. One, two, three, four. In that, three have been shared the common features. Can you see that? See, as I said, they will give the four figures. In that, three will be having the same features. Now look at the question. Three is also having the same features. That is, they all belong to the bird. Okay, that related to a part of a bird. While fourth one is different. It is related to a snake, namely snake. What is the correct option? Option 4 is the correct answer, and it is odd man out. This is how we have to solve. I hope no doubt in the first question. We'll move on to the next question. See, next question is, this saw geometrical figures. Can you see, you know what is meant by geometrical figures, right? This saw geometrical figures. Look at the figure. Let me explain this. Okay, see the first figure. Can you see? The first figure, it is drawn by using the curve. Can you see? Draw the curve once. See, circle. Circle can using by the drawn by using the curve. It is some joining C. Okay, it is drawn by using the curve. Now come to the option 2. It is square. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it is drawn by using the straight line. I have used straight line to draw this picture. Can you see? Okay, come to the option 3. It is also, see, join the straight lines. By joining the straight line itself, I have joined this. And come to the option 4. It is also drawn by using the straight line. Okay, so what is the correct option? In option 2, option 3, option 4, they are formed using the lines. Okay, that is straight lines. Whereas figure 1, it is drawn by using the curve. So what is the odd man out? Therefore, option 1 is a odd man out. I'll repeat again. See, look at the figure carefully. They had given with the four figures. In this, three will be having the common feature. And see what is the common features there. Three figures also drawn by using the lines. Come to the option 1. It is drawn by using the curve. Okay, drawn by using the curve. And the second one is it is drawn by using the straight line. And the third one, it is drawn by using the straight line. And the fourth one, it is also drawn by using the straight line. So what is the correct option here? Except option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, they are all drawn by using the lines, while option 1, it is drawn by using the curve. So what is the correct option? Option 1 is a correct answer. It is a odd man out. Okay, now we'll move on to the next question. See, next question is different. Kinda different. Let me explain this very easily. Okay, can you see here? All is having the four figures. As I said, they will give the four figure. Look at the figure. They are having the two designs. Okay, see, let me explain this. This is called as outer design. Okay, the second figure is called as outer design. The small design will call it as inner design. See, in all the four figures also there are two figures. This is called as outer figure. The big one will call it as outer figure, and the small chota figure will call it as inner figure. Okay, in all the figures also it is having two designs. Okay, let me explain this. See, in each figure, it has two figures, small figures inside and then big. This is the inner figures and this is, we'll call it as outer figure. Now we'll analysis from option 1. See, option 1, inside design is facing towards right side. Okay, inside design is facing towards right side, and the outer design, it is facing towards upside. Can you see here? The chota one is facing towards in right side, and the outer design is facing towards upside. This is the first analysis. And come to the option 2. Here the inner design is facing towards downside. See, the inner designing is facing towards downwards, and then the outer design is facing towards upside. Can you see here? It is facing towards upside. Now come to the option 3. The inner designing is facing towards upside and the outer designing is also facing towards upside. Both the designs are facing towards the upside itself. Now come to the option 4. The outer designing is facing upwards and the inner designing is facing towards which side? That is left side. Now analysis. See, in all the options, so what is the option? In option 1, 2, 4, the both the design, that is inner design and the outer design, they are in the different directions. Okay, see the first one, outer design is facing towards the up and the inner designing is facing towards the right. Okay, the both the difference. Okay, the designs where they are facing is different. But in option 3, the inner designing and the outer designing both is facing towards the same direction, that is upward direction. So what is the correct option? We can easily identify. Option 3 is an odd man out. I'll explain it once. See, it is very tricky. You should observe carefully. Okay, look at the figure. Okay, in all the figures there are two images, two designs. Okay, the outward design, okay, the big one will call it as a inner design, the chota one, the small one will call it as a inner design, the big one will call it as outer design, the chota one will call it as a inner design. Now let me start comparing it. Okay, in option 1, the inner design, let us take this as inner and this is outer hand. See, the inner hand, it is facing towards right side and the upper hand, it is facing towards upside, the up one. And figure 2, inner it is facing towards downside and the outer design is facing towards upside. And the third one is both inner designing and then outer designing is facing towards upside. And the last one is the outer designing is facing towards left side and then outer designing is facing towards upside. So what is the correct option? Option D. What is the reason? Option C. What is the reason? Both the inner designing and the outer designing is facing towards the same direction, that is upwards, while in option 1, 2, 3 they are facing in the different direction, that is that is a different direction. The both the designs will not same, they are in the different direction, one is left or up like that. Okay, so what is the correct option? Option C is the correct answer. I hope you all understood this. We'll move on to the next question. See, next question. Wow, it is very beautiful, right? Like checkbox. It is look like checkbox, right? One blank, one. Okay, it is very beautiful. The question is looking very beautiful. How to solve this, ma'am? How to analyze this? Let me see this. Question number 4. Okay, they had given with the 4 figures. Okay, let me explain this. Start with the option 1. See, now when you're solving at home, go through each and every option, analysis it, and then take the correct answer. Now they had given with the 4 figures. Each figure, each of the following as 4 figures. They had given with the 4 figures. In that there will be a squares. Can you see here? This is called as square. Under that there are 4 squares. Here count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the figures is also having 4 squares in them. Okay. Some figures are shaded with a black. Can you see here? One. See, some squares are shaded with a black part. Can you see here? Yes. Now what we have to do, count the number of square shaded part. In first, write down in first figure 2 shaded part, 2 shaded black part. Can you see here in the first figure 2 shaded part? Now come to option 1. It is one, there is 1 shaded part. In option 1 it is 2 shaded part. In option 2 it is 1 shaded part. In option 3, it is also 1 shaded part. And option 4, it is also, look here, it is also 1 shaded part. So what is the correct option? Except option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, they are having only one shaded part. Look here, I'm highlighting it 1, 2, 3. Option 2, option 3, option 4, there is having one shaded part. But option 2, it is having two shaded part. Okay. Option 2, it is having two shaded part. But option 2, option 3, option 4, it is having only one shaded part. So what is the correct option? Option 1 is the odd man out. Okay. Let me explain this again. See, before solving the question, you should look at the question carefully. They had given with the four figures. Okay, in all four figures also there are some squares. Okay, count the number of squares first. See, there are four figure squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All figures is having four square. Again, some shaded part is there, right? In all the figures, there are some shaded part. Now let us count the shaded part. In first figure, 1, 2, two shaded part. In second figure, it is one shaded part. Third, one shaded part. Fourth, one shaded part. Now, what is the correct answer? Analysis it. See, when compared to option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, it is having only one shaded part. But option 1, it is having two shaded part. So, what is the correct option? Option 4, 1 is a correct answer because it is having two shaded part, but rest all having one shaded square part. This is how you have to keep analyzing, then tick the answer. As I said, no, ticking is very easy, but you have to reason. Now itself you are start reasoning within a fraction of second you can solve in your exam. I hope you all understood with. We'll move on to the next question. Question number 6. Okay, this is your question number 6. So these are all geometrical figures. Okay, now before going to that, I'll tell you something. Okay, geometrical figures, each as well as geometrical figures in mathematics, we all learn this. Okay, first one is square. Okay, before going to this, I'll tell you once. See, four-sided figure, we'll call it as parallelogram. In mathematics, we'll call it as the figure which is having four-sided, we'll call it as parallelogram. Five-sided pentagon, six-sided hexagon, seven-sided heptagon, eight-sided octagon, nine-sided nano, and ten-sided deca. I'll repeat again. Four-sided figure, we'll call it as parallelogram. Five-sided figure, we'll call it as pentagon. Six-sided figure, we'll call it as hexagon. Seven-sided figure, we'll call it as heptagon, H-E-P-T, heptagon. Eight-sided figure, we'll call it as octagon. Nine-sided nano, and ten-sided decagon. I'll repeat. Four, parallelogram, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nanogon, and decagon. This is for just for your reference. Okay. Now come back to the question. Question number 5. Look at the figure. Figure in each option is well-known geometrical figures in mathematics. We all know that this is well-known geometrical figures. Now, option 1. We all know that option 1 is a rectangle. See, option 1 is a rectangle. And option 2, we'll call it as this diagram, mathematical geometrical figure, kite. Okay, this is the geometrical figure called as kite. And the third one is rectangle. Can you see this? This is a rectangle. The fourth one is parallelogram. Okay, the fourth one is parallelogram. Now, yes ma'am, this is geometrical figures. What is there in there? Now let us start analysis. Okay, now count the sides of the figure. Rectangle, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is having four sides and four corners. Okay. First one, four sides and then four corners. Come to the figure 2, that is kite. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four sides and then four corners. Now come to the option 3. 1, 2, 3. It is only three sides and three corners. Come to the option 4, parallelogram. As I said, four-sided figure is called as parallelogram. It is four-sided. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now easily you can answer. What is the answer? Option 3. Because in option 1, option 2, option 3, they are four sided and they're classified as quadrilaterals, whereas option 3, it has only three sides. Okay, do you understood now? I'll repeat once. See, look at the diagram. This is all well known for your geometrical figures. Okay. Or see, option 1, option 2, option 4. They are called as quadrilaterals. In mathematics, they are called as quadrilateral. For your reference, four-sided figure will call it as parallelogram. Five-sided we call it as pentagon, six-sided hexagon, seven-sided heptagon, eight-sided octagon, nine-sided nonagon, and ten-sided decagon. Now, this is for just for your reference. Now, come back to the question. Option 1, that is rectangle. It is having four sides and four sides. Come to the option 2. This kind of geometrical figure, we'll call it as kite. This is having four sides. Then come to the option 4. This is called as parallelogram. Even this is also having four sides. But option 3, it is having only three sides. Now compare. When compared to option 1, option 2, option 4, they are having four-sided. But option 3, it is having three-sided. So what is the correct option? Which is the odd one out there? Option 3 is the odd one out. This is how we have to analyze the question, start reasoning, and then choose the correct answer. I hope you all understood this. We'll move on to the next question. See, next question is kind of beautiful. It's looking like very beautiful, right? Some snakes and all. One is arrow, like different question. Let me solve this. Okay. Solution. See, this one, first arrow number 1 and arrow number 2. Can you see? Look at the screen. Both the arrows are meeting at the same point. Can you see? The arrow at they are meeting at the same point. Arrow number 1 and arrow number 2, they are meeting at the same point. Okay. Now come to the option 2. Here also first arrow and then the second arrow, it is meeting at the same point. Third one, see, first arrow, second arrow, they are meeting at the same point. Fourth one is different. They are in the different direction. The first arrow is in somewhat downwards and the second arrow is somewhat in the upward. Easily you can find out. If you go through each and every figure, go to the option 1. It is why it is not. Analysis it. Then come to the option. If you do like this, easily you can find out the answer. You will not get messed up. If you're directly ticking it, you will be messed up, ma'am, what to do, like that. Okay, so easily keep your mind calm. Okay, go through each and every option, okay, calmly. Now see, first figure, there are two arrows, they are meeting at the same point. Here also there are two arrows, they are also meeting at the same point. And then here also the third arrow, they are meeting at two arrows, they are meeting at the same point, while fourth one is different. So what is the correct option? In option 1, option 2, option 3, arrows at are facing each other at the same point, whereas option 4, the arrows are in the different direction. This is how you have to answer. You have to look at the figure carefully. As I said, no, this is very easiest chapter that you have learned from your first standard itself, taking the odd man out. But here at a kinder, you have to look at the figure carefully. If you look at the figure carefully, if you know to analysis it, it is very easiest chapter. You can score out of 4 in this chapter. Now, I hope you all understood this. We'll move on to the next question. See, this is your next question. This is your next question. Let me see how to solve this. Okay, in this question, let us start analyzing some arrows, some dots, some horizontal lines. Okay. See, my dear kids, I have written there in the bracket GNV 2017 and 2006. What is this, ma'am? So this is repeated questions. Okay, this is repeated in your Jawaharlal Nehru Vidyalaya Okay, this is repeated exam, so you should concentrate on, more should be concentration given on repeated exam. This is already repeated. Now look at the question. Let me solve this. Okay, see, in each of the figure, two arrows in the same direction. Can you see here? See, one arrow and then two arrow. Come to the option 2, one arrow and then two arrow. Come to the option 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. In all the four figures also there are two arrow mark. You can easily find out that, isn't it? Now, as well as there are two black dots also. See, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. There is some black dots also. Now, compare with. See here, in option 1, the black dots are next to each other. Can you find out this? The black dots are next to each other itself. Okay, the two arrows, one is upwards and one direction, and the black dots is next to each other. The second figure also, it is also next to each other. But third figure, it is across, that is it is across. Okay, this we call it as across. And then the fourth one is, it is also next to each other, that is one after the another, one after the another, but it is in the across direction, right? It is some slight direction. So what is the correct option? In option 1, option 2, option 4, black dots are placed next to each other. See, they are placed next to each other. But in option 3, the black dots are placed across the lines. Can you see here? One is below the line and another one is above the line. Okay, can you see here? It is below the line and upward the line, and they are in the across the different from the pattern. This is how you have to answer. I'll repeat once. See, question number 7 is this one. Okay, here all the arrows is having, all the figures is having two arrows and two dot. See, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All four figures is also having two arrow mark and then two dots. Now what you have to observe, look at the position of the black dots. Okay, now see figure 1, it is the black points next to each other. Can you see? That is next to each other. In option 2, it is also next to each other. But option 3, it is across to each other. Option 4, it is also next to each other. So what is the correct option? In option 1, option 2, option 4, the black dots are next to each other, is nothing but one after the another. But in option 3, the black dot placed across the lines. Okay, it is placed across the lines and different from the pattern. This is how you have to answer. I hope you all understood with this. Any doubts? If you have any doubts, please clear your doubts without any hesitation. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. See, next question is different. It is look like some arrows and then some lines. Okay, let me solve this solution. Each of the figure arrow placed in parallel to each other. Can you say it? Can you say this? Each of them in the four figures also arrows are placed parallel to each other. See, they are placed parallel to each other. Now let us start analyzing it. See, option 1, one arrow is upward, another arrow is down. This will call it as parallel. One arrow is upward, downward, upward, downward. It is in the zigzag. Can look at the screen there. One is upward and downward. One upward, downward, zigzag. Okay. Now come to the option 2. Here also see, left, right, and then right, and then this is okay. Now compare with option 3 also. See, downward, upward, downward, upward. Now here also upward, this side direction is different. Now compare in option 1, 3, 4. The arrows are in opposite to each other. See, the first arrow is in upwards and downwards and upwards, downwards. Here also upward, downward, upward, upward and downward. Here also right, left, right, left. But in option 3, can you look here? Option 1, it is right side, Option 1 it is left side even, but the third one is also to the right side. Can you see this? Can you see the difference here? See, I'm point outing is, can you see the both are in the same direction, while in the others are they are in the opposite direction. But in the figure 2, arrow 2 and 3 they are in the same direction. So what is the correct option? Option 2 is the correct answer. I'll repeat once. See, this is question number 7. They had given with the 4 diagrams. Okay, you have to go through it. Now start comparing it. They are given 4 arrows in all the diagrams. Now start analyzing it. Come to the first arrow, upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards. They are in opposite sign. Can you see they are in opposite sign? Now come to the option 2. It is from left, okay, left to right, and then right to left and right to left. See this 2 arrows. Can you see look at the screen? This 2 arrows is pointing towards the same direction. Can you see? But it is also from left to right. Play with that. Now come to the option 3. See, downwards, upwards, downwards, upwards. Okay. Now here right to left, and then left to right, right to left, and then left to right. See, in option 1, option 3, option 4, the arrows are opposite to each other. One is downwards, one is upwards, one is right, or one is left. But in option 2, arrow number 2 and arrow number 3, they are in the same direction. Look at the screen there. They are in the same direction. So what is the correct option? Option 2 is the correct answer. What is the reasoning? In rest, that is in rest of figures, that is figure number 1, figure number 3, figure number 4, the arrows are opposite to each other. But in option 2, in that arrow 2, arrow 3, arrow number 2 and arrow number 3, they are moving the same direction. Look at here, they are moving in the same direction. So what is the correct option? Option 2 is the correct answer. I hope you all understood this question. We'll move to the next question. See, question number 8. Let me solve this. See, this is like different, like WhatsApp symbol or some playing, anything else. Okay, let me explain this. See, solution, all figures has small portion coming out to the circular figure. See, all figures is having coming out, okay, coming out to the circular. To take this out, okay, to take this box circular, there is a coming out. See, all in all the figures also there is some coming out to space, small space to take out that small one, okay, small round. Okay, now in option 1, now see option 1, okay, it is okay, the coming out is also curve. Can you see here? Curve. And the coming out is also to take this ball out, this the space is also curve. And option 3, it is also curve. But option 4, it is some triangle. Now let me compare. In option 1, option 2, option 3, the outside curve, okay, the outside is a curve, whereas option 4 is a straight line. Can you see? It is very easy, very easy. In option 1 it is curve, option 2 it is also curve, option 3 it is also curve, but it is a straight line. This is how you have to answer. Any doubts in this? So what is the correct option? Option 4 is the correct answer. In figure 1, in figure 2, and figure 3, the outline is a curve, but option 4 is a straight line. This is how you have to answer. Now, the question number 9. Okay, this is different, right? Some top, some frock, and then t-shirt, pant. Let me explain this. See, each of the figure indicates the type of dress. Yes, each of the indicates the type of dress. Okay, now option 1, option 2, option 3. Okay, they are worn via upper of the body. See, t-shirt. T-shirt will wear upper of the body. Frock, even girls will wear the frock upper of the body. And then again some shirt. It is also used to wear upper of the body. Pant will wear lower of the body. That's all. Now what is the correct option? Easily you can identify. Now your doubt is, okay, what is your doubt? T-shirt. Ma'am, only what is that? Frock is wearing only for girls, rest all boys. You will be having the doubt. Ma'am, this is only for girls, ma'am. This and all boys can. See, even girls also can wear the t-shirt and pant, right? But see, what is the analysis there? Option 1, option 2, option 3, they are worn via upper part of the body. Pant, obviously it is wear outer lower part of the body. So what is the correct option? Option 4 is the correct answer. I'll repeat once. Look at the figure. Figure 1 is t-shirt, and the figure 2 is some frock, and figure 3 it is also shirt, and 4 it is pant. It is repeated. It's a repeated question in 2003. Okay. Now see, all is a kind of dress we'll wear. Now compare option 1, option 2, option 3. See, t-shirt, frock, some shirt. This is where upper part of the body. This is will called as upper part of the body. Will wear via upper part of the body, whereas pant will wear lower of the body. So what is the correct option? Option D is the correct answer, and you will be having the doubt. See, ma'am, option 2 it is only worn by the girls and rest all boys. No, nowadays girls will wear even jeans and all, no pant, shirt. So analysis it properly. Okay, what is the correct option? Option D is the correct answer. This is how you have to answer. Now, I hope no doubts in this question. We'll move on to the next question. See, next question is, this is some different, it is like Kaju Barfi triangle, right? Looking like sweets and all. You have seen the shape of the sweets. It will be very tasty. Now, let us compare this. See, so option 1, it is having only one figure. Okay, there is no inner design. Option 2, it is also having only one design. There is no inner design. Option 4, it is also only one design, no design. Option 2, see one design and then inner design. See, if you know the concept very well, by looking at the question only, you can easily answer and analyze it. See, by looking at the option only, I can easily answer. Option 2 is the correct answer because rest all is having only single figure, but it is having two design, that is inner design and outer design. Okay, this is how you have to answer. So what is the correct option here? Option 1, it is having the only single design. Option 2, but it is having two design. Option 3, it is also single design. Option 4, it is also single design. So what is the correct answer? Option 2. Okay, whereas C, option 1, option 3, option 4, there is a single figure, whereas in option 2, triangle is inside the square. That's also option 2 is a correct answer. This is how you have to answer. Okay, my dear kids, so far you have solved the question answers based on odd man out chapter. If you know the concept, it is very easy to solve. But it is very easy. What you have to do, you have to keep patiently, go through each and every option, then tick the answer. As I said, no, ticking is very easy. But when solving at the home or solving at tutorials, what you have to do, you have to go through each and every option, analyze it, and start reasoning. See, very important, start reasoning. If you start reasoning now itself in the exam within a fraction of a second, by looking at the question only, you can answer. Yes, this belongs to this type. This is a correct answer, like that. You will be thorough with that. Now, if you are neglecting, means it is very difficult to solve. To solve this question answers, mainly, what is that? Patience is important. You have to look at the figures and carefully. Now we have solved some question answers based on odd man out chapter. I hope you all understood today's session. If you have any doubts, please clear your doubts. And uh, if you missed the session, please click on the link given below. Thank you all. Stay home, stay safe.